So it's like any movie ever. It's like you got the small little crew of misfits. The venue manager wants to kick us out. They don't want us to be happy. The world's against us.
Yeah.
It's us against the world. It's EDM against hip
Yeah.
hop bros.
A group of friends and I are a bunch of DJs, and we
Yep.
just love the music, and that's our passion. And
Yep.
a friend of ours approached us because his friend runs a nightclub or owns a nightclub, and they needed
Cool.
to make a shift from hip hop to something else. And
Yep.
he was like, "Hey, I got the guys for you." So we came in with no prior experience of how a nightclub necessarily runs on the business side, in depth,
Yeah. Yeah.
or the promotions. Yeah.
Yep.
And but there's five of us, which is kind of great because we kind of share responsibilities. And
Cool.
we're 2 months in, and management's kind of like, okay, numbers aren't really where we expect them to be.
Cool.
Hip hop is doing a lot better. What's
Yep.
your business plan? And
Yep.
we're like, oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
bring
Yeah. That
great
makes sense.
DJs in. I mean, like, what
Mm.
kind of a better business plan could we possibly come up with? And when I say
Yeah.
best
Cool.
DJs, like, listen, I happen to be very grateful, very blessed to have some friends that have done really great in their DJ career.
Yeah.
Like we have some friends that are connected with Ultra Music Festival, so we have them
Yes. Yeah.
come in and DJ. We have
Yeah.
some friend of mine DJs down in Miami at Club Space. It's
Yeah.
a massive club, and a
Mm-hmm.
resident there. He came and played, so I was like, okay, we're bringing talent, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
people don't know we
It's not.
exist,
No.
bro.
No. No one knows about it, right?
Nobody knows about it's it's not wasteful,
Yeah.
but like we're learning, so we have a lot of grace and patience with ourselves in this process. But we're definitely at the point where it's like we need to do something, and we realize that our normal way of doing things is just not going to scale. Um,
Yep.
so what we were doing is we were bringing in different crews of people and saying, okay, we're going to introduce them to this venue, um, and that'd be one way to kind of generate a bit of a following. Um,
Yep.
and so we're at the point where like a promotion team is probably something definitely
Cool.
that we have needed. So what do we
100%.
do?
Okay, cool. So what you said before was the venue said numbers aren't where they need to be. Have they said specifically what they want those numbers to be? Like, do you have a KPI
Yes,
or
they
what?
have.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
So where are you at? Are you at like 50%, 30%, 40%?
We are around like 50% of what they want.
Cool. So we're gonna double the activity, right? So right now at the moment, is it just the five of you guys as the promoter
It's
team
just
essentially?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So here's the other thing: the five of you will always outperform the other promoters. So we need like you need like 20. So what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Is you
Okay.
need like okay, well actually let's do so you're at 50%. What is that like heads through the door or bar sales?
Bar sales.
Bar sales. Okay, cool.
Bar and
So
table, because there was tables there. So
well actually let's literally like do the math now. So do you know what the spend per head is? It's all right if you don't.
I do not.
Okay, I can ballpark it to like how much is a drink? Like an average drink.
I would say an average drink is about uh $15. Yes.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna open up. So average drink $15. What do you reckon the average patron? How many drinks the average patron has in a night? Like five?
Hard because I feel like our average patrons aren't drinking that much. That's kind of an issue.
Yeah,
Because
you
they're a
actually
little bit
get that with
older.
yeah, yeah. Hip hop crowds actually typically drink more. So for example, I helped with an event here in Perth. I probably shouldn't say the name, but it was like years ago, and their spend per head was like zero because it was a dubstep event, and this was like 2016, and everyone was just doing ecstasy. So no one was drinking.
Bro, not for nothing.
Don't
The
be
bar literally told us like a month ago, they're like, so we sold a lot of waters.
mm. That's exactly what's going on. So, okay, okay, so let's do $30 spend per head, right? Because there's going to be some people that are outliers. That's actually pretty much what most electronic music things are. So 30. Do you know what the like how what their target bar spend is?
They want a total on a night to average 5,000.
Okay, so they want $5,000 in bar sales, right? 5,000 divided by 30. So we need like 166 people in. How many people are you getting in? I might be getting this math wrong.
I think we're bringing in like 50 to 60
Yeah, I'm bang on.
about.
So, so, so I'm pretty much bang on, right? So we need to go for 170 people, right? So, but you're at about 50 to
Yeah,
60. So let's round it to like 3 times as many people, right? So you need to bring an extra. What's the capacity of the venue?
perfect question. 250.
Cool, 250, but we need to hit like at least 160, right? So let's just start there. Actually, you know what? Let's round it up to 200 because you want to keep the venue happy by over exceeding their expectations and trying to make up for some of the losses that made before, right? So we need to bring 150 people, right? We're currently bringing 50 to 60, so we need to bring 3 times as many people as we are now. So let's say your average promoter brings 10 people divided by 10. We need like 15 promoters. But what I would do is get 25, right? So I've said this on some previous videos, but like everyone, like every group is gonna sit on like a normally distributed bell curve, just like that, right? So that means doesn't matter like
Okay.
what metric it is, 50% of people are just gonna do better than the other 50%, right? There's that big
Yep.
beefy chunk that's like one standard deviation under or over. And so let's say they're getting 10, right? So let's aim for like 25 to even like 30 promoters, because what's gonna happen is if you get 30 promoters, like 5 are going to be incredible. 15 or 10 to 15 are kind of going to be average. 5 are going to do pretty poor, and then 5 are just going to fucking disappear off the face of the earth. You're never going to hear from them. So
Right.
let's
Fair.
go for like let's go for like 30 promoters, because literally the worst case scenario is like there's no downsides to getting more and more promoters, right? Well, there are, but we won't worry about that yet. But there's no downsides to getting more and more promoters. It's just if you get more promoters, more people will come, right? So let's try and aim for 30. I don't know which of my videos you've watched, but I've got a recent video, the one on like building your like promoter team. Have you seen that?
Let's see which ones did I watch. I watched the 6 relevant side hustles, 5 ways to build
Yep.
your nightclub career, secret to promote your first event.
I think it's
I
a
started
recent
promoting
one.
clubs in 2024.
It's this one, 5 ways to build your nightclub promoter team. This one here, my main looking face.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's the third most recent video. Give that one a watch. So what you want to do is there's probably a couple close friends you have. So I'm guessing you've got like a fairly close friend, like group of friends that come pretty consistently to the club and the event.
We do. We do.
Yeah,
Yep.
cool. Do this. Do exactly this. Just get like a bunch of them that are really close. Do like a pre-party or a house party for like your next event, and tell them like, hey, like, if we want to keep doing this event, the venue needs us to bring like 3 times as many people. We really need your help. If you guys are down for it, we'd really love for you guys to be promoters. And more importantly, if you guys have friends that want to be promoters, we'd love to get them too. We need like 30 people on this team. So now what you've got is you've got yourself, tall, charming, charismatic, handsome leader that's going to lead them into battle. And then you've got
Yeah.
like this is the vision that we need. If we want to keep doing this, we need to do this. It's like it's like any movie ever, right? So it's like any movie ever. It's like you got this small little crew of misfits. The venue manager wants to kick us out. They don't want us to be happy. The world's against us.
Yeah.
It's us against the world. It's EDM against hip hop bros. And so now you've got an enemy as well, right? Which is really useful. I've got another video on that. How like every single
I
major
watched that
movement in
one too. That
history,
was great.
yeah, every single major movement in history has like
Yeah.
light dark side, right? Kind of
Yeah.
rainbow without a little.
Well, the best thing too is like this club has 3 parts of the venue, so they're literally next door. So yeah.
Yeah, don't make things get violent, but you can always have like I little side note, like I might have mentioned one of my videos. Like I was promotions manager at Arcade nightclub in Perth, which is north of the river. There's like literally only one other club north of the river. It's called Bar One. That dude fucking hated me. Because I'll just pin all the arcade promoters and the whole team against them. There was one night I was super drunk, and I put in the promoter group chat, last one to get banned from the Bar One Facebook page is fired. And so the whole team was just like going to town on their Facebook page. And then what happened? Like groupthink, right? All their friends saw their comments and just started joining in as well. And then half of fucking North of the River was banned. Like none of us
Oh
had told
my God.
it was so funny.
Yeah,
So do your
yeah.
house party, bring all the closest promoters, and then like buy like 2 or 3 bottles of vodka and say, "Hey, we're doing a pre-party. I bought like 3 bottles of vodka. I'd love for you to come early," and then give them that pep talk. Like, look, we're gonna get kicked out of this venue unless we bring like 3 times as many people. So now you got a big, strong away from motivator, and you got a really solid towards motivator, which is like we can run a really cool party. We can keep doing this, and more importantly, we won't just keep doing this. We'll keep doing it better. This party will get
Mm,
bigger, but it just requires help from you guys. And more importantly, we need help from you to go find more people like you. And so the way that you phrase it, you go, look, do you guys know anyone that's just like you, that likes music, that's really popular, that is willing to like push this thing so we can actually have a scene at this nightclub? And then those guys, they just start messaging their friends now. Right. And like
mm.
do it on the spot. Like I remember I launched the fucking um better or worse, I launched the fucking OnlyFans management agency in an hour. And so what I literally like just got out of a breakup, and my ex-girlfriend, she was like a stripper, she did OnlyFans. I'm like, fuck this bitch. I'm gonna make more money than her on her own fucking platform.
I
So
love that. I love
I
that.
messaged I messaged I messaged my friend who I won't say who, but
Yeah.
he's like a really big artist. But we're really good.
Yeah.
We've been mates for years. Anyone that knows who knows me will fucking know exactly who it is. But
Yeah.
messaged him. I'm like, let's do it. Went to his house, and he's got this crew of like crew of kids he's taught to DJ and stuff like that. And then they're all there, and they're all like in their early 20s and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't even know they were going to be there. And then Quincy was like, oh, do you want the guys involved? Like they can get more girls and blah 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 blah. And so I was like, yeah, sure, 100%. So I got the whiteboard out. I explained all the math, how we're all going to make money, how this is going to work. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And then they're all like captivated. Like, when are we starting? I'm like, we're starting right now. And they all just started messaging people instantly. We had like 10 girls like an hour later.
Whoa.
And that's how powerful
Whoa.
these little pep talk things can be. And
Okay.
so, and
Got it.
the other
Yeah.
thing the other thing that's important is speed. I can't stress this enough. People really underestimate how important speed is. Like if something doesn't make me money like that day, I'm like, can it? Like I used to have a DJ school, and you'd learn to DJ clubs at an actual club during the day when they weren't being used. And
Yeah.
then I got the idea at Nando's on a Friday night. I had the first customer on Monday, paying customer on Monday.
Yeah.
And so, because what's going to happen is if you do this little pep talk and everyone's really, really excited, and you follow them up a week later, that excitement's worn off. It's a lot like sales.
Mm.
You're trying to sell the solution. So like I work in sales a lot, and I have a bunch of sales reps that have other, work with me now, or have worked with me in the past. We know as soon as someone gets off that call with us, the chances of closing them as soon as that Zoom call or that phone call ends drops to like 40%. And so the
Yeah.
peak of emotion
Fair.
is when you want to action things, right? So the brain has 2 systems of thinking. You probably heard me say this in some videos, but there's basically, I learned like red brain, green brain. So red brain is very rational, logical, calculating. Green brain's very emotional, right? Red brain's very slow. Think traffic light,
Okay.
stop. Green brain's very fast. Traffic light, go. I can drive the point home. Can you recall a time maybe you're arguing with like a parent or a spouse or someone close to you and emotions are running high, and you said something so
Mhm.
quickly, as soon as you said it, you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, totally.
Right, because
Just
emotions are running
yesterday.
high. We're just going action, speed. Yeah, we're thinking speed, go, 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 go. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
when emotions are running really high from your little pep talk, that's when you want to start taking action, right? When
Got it.
emotions are running
Okay.
high for those guys and me in front of the whiteboard saying how we're all going to make a bunch of fucking money, that's when they start messaging
Yeah.
people, right? So do that, and you should be
Hmm.
able to get a solid. Like, let's say you get like, how many people do you reckon you could bring to that pre-party?
I think we could probably bring about 20 to 30.
Cool. That's all you're already your team. So let's bring 20 to 30. Let's say on average they get one other person. You got 60 done.
Mm.
60 people
Okay.
bringing. They only need to bring
Yeah.
calc.
Technically,
Hang
yeah.
on, 60 times 5. They only need to bring 5 people, and you've got 300 now. 300 times $30 spend per head. That's $9,000 a night. So we've already exceeded expectations with bar.
Okay.
Now we need your
I can see
incentive
why you
plan
get
though.
I can see why you got out of the DJ and promotion business and went to sales.
so,
Yes,
so
sir.
so I'll actually tell you this is how when you get good at ads, that's when you can really make money, right? So this offers is
Okay.
like my ad agency, but there was one gig where rather than getting paid by the hour, I just told them I do the ads for free and I take a cut of ticket sales.
Okay.
I'm really good at ads, and this gig was in a city where like there's literally no other events, so every person in this fucking city saw my ads. Like it wasn't even a fair fight, bro. I was shooting fish in a barrel. It was like I was fucking dragging with these fucking ads, right? I did the math. I did a 1 hour set. I did the math
Sure.
after my fee for the ticket sales. I got paid $55 for every song that I played. I transitioned
Holy
songs every
shit.
60 seconds. It's
Yeah.
like so once you get good at this promotion stuff,
Holy
the
shit.
economics just changes, right? Because if you're just DJing, obviously it's an hourly rate. There's other
Of course.
DJs, but if you're
Yes.
the one that's
Yeah, yeah,
generating all
yeah.
the income and all the revenue and things like that, just the economics changes. So now we need
Yeah,
your
yeah.
incentive scheme, right? I'll be dead
Correct.
serious with you. If you actually pull off that pep talk strong enough, you could probably get away without one. I'm not lying. I've had promoter teams that literally had no incentive scheme at all. I just had like all the other emo parties suck in the city. I want to do a better one. And then the other thing I did was so it was an emo night. And basically my
Yeah.
enemy was just everyone that picked on us in high school. It wasn't even a real
Okay.
person. Well, it was a real person, but it wasn't like current. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
event was just like it's a bunch of emo kids that want to wear skinny ripped jeans and fucking eyeliner on a Wednesday night in some little
Yeah.
spare room, a storage room at some nightclub that I was DJing at on Saturday nights. And then it was just a party that's and no one that picked on us in high school is coming. Isn't that sick?
See,
Literally had like a
that really a
10.
lot. Yeah, that aligns like really well with what we were doing. Because like, listen, I live in Fort Lauderdale. Miami's right
Mm,
below us, and West Palm's
mm,
above us. Those are three major cities.
yeah,
No one wants to go from Miami to Fort Lauderdale, but
yeah.
everyone wants to go from those two cities, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, to Miami, of course.
Mm,
But
mm,
guess what? We're like the only club that's actually playing quality house music in
yeah.
Fort Lauderdale that
Cool.
has a
Done.
decent sound system, big space.
Cool.
Yeah, so that like
Yep.
that. Okay,
There's your enemy.
that aligns. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my enemy.
There's
Yeah.
there's your enemy. And you can like sometimes you need it was the horse, the carrot, and the stick and stuff like that. But sometimes if you just give people a vision big enough that they're excited about it, and they see other people are excited about it too, they don't need a fucking motivation. People go to church on Sunday
Mm.
for free.
Got it. Yeah,
There's no financial incentive for them to
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Freaking my
That's
personal trainers,
interesting.
my personal trainers did Ramadan for 30 days, couldn't eat or drink while the sun was up. He didn't need, there's no financial incentive for him to do
Yeah,
that. He wasn't posting
yeah,
about it. So
yeah.
if you get a motivation strong enough, you get people to go above and beyond for you without needing to give away drink tokens or dollars and cents and things like that. I think what you should do though, I think you
Mm.
should still have an incentive scheme. Just make it really, really, really affordable. So maybe have a chat with the venue. And I know your relationship with them might be a little bit rocky, but what you can do is do a
They love us.
oh, they love you? Okay, cool. Just go look.
They love us individually, but they're just like you need to make money. So
Yeah, this is just a dollars and cents thing, right? So go have a
correct.
meeting with them and go, look, we have put together a plan to bring more people and then break down all the math that I just told you then. So like if your spend per head's this, we need to bring you this. So we know the math now. This isn't just an airy fairy, bring more people. This is a measured metric, right? They'll love that.
Correct.
Like any sensible business owner wants to talk in fucking Google Sheets and Excel spreadsheets, right? Love Excel
That's all they
spreadsheets.
want.
Everyone looks rich on Excel. That's my thing. so I go, look, we're going to build this promoter team. We know that we need 30 people for them to really go like really excel. What we want to do is reward the best performing promoters. So what we're going to do, there's lots of different models you could do. Maybe you want to use this one. Maybe you rejig it after this. Let's say
Okay.
we're going to let promoters. Is it a free event? Is there a door fee?
It's a free event.
Cool. Perfect. So that makes things a little bit trickier, but you could. Okay, yeah, just do this. Say, yeah, we did this at arcade. You have a regular line or a VIP line. VIP line just gets let in first. Regular line just gets let in if there's no one in the VIP line. It doesn't really matter. So, like, literally, we have times where like everyone was in the fucking VIP line. There was no regular line. It doesn't matter. It's just say you get line skip, right? Who cares? And so
Okay.
it's just like a completely like intangible fucking benefit to being on the guest list. And so promoters will submit a guest list, um, collect it like 2 hours before the event starts, and then anyone that's on the
Okay.
guest list gets this line skip thing. Right, you just get two different lines. Now, at the end of the night, don't get too drunk. You always have to remember to get the guest list at the end of the night, because I would always get too drunk and fucking forget the guest list, and then someone had to send it to me later. So you get all the names that are crossed off next to promoters. Now, if a promoter has more than, let's say, 10 names ticked off, they get a drink token for every single name that's ticked off, but they have to bring 10. So if they submit 15 names, but only 9 people rock up, ticked off, no drink tokens. If they submit 15 names or fucking 30 names and 11 rock up, now they get 11 drink tokens for the next event. Now, the
Oh,
reason
so
you
they
do
get the
that,
full 11 of everyone they brought.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Or maybe it's over, like work out, you're going to have to negotiate the economics with the vendor. It's what's affordable to them. And just make it like
Yep.
speed rack drinks. So just like vodka, tequila, whatever's in the speed rack, no high end top shelf shit, right?
Yep. Yep.
And so let's say, because you're going to get like, I don't know, let's say you get 300 names submitted, but a lot of them are going to be like less than 10 per promoter, right? And so there'll just be like
Yep.
5 or 6 people that are racking up fucking, 15 drink tokens each or something like that. But everyone's always pushing to get that 10th person rocking up. And then you do
Got it.
the drink tokens only for the next event. So
Right.
that means, so I'm guessing you're weekly or something like that.
Yeah, every Saturday.
Yeah, cool, perfect. So if you get 11 people, let's say I'm a promoter for you, I get 11 names ticked off this Saturday. Next Saturday, waiting at the door for me is 11 drink tokens. But if I come the Saturday after that, it's not there anymore. The reason you do that is so you keep getting recurring attendance. And so that promoter goes, fuck yeah, I got 11 drink tokens. Now they're going to bring even more people to the next one because they can bribe the next people with a drink on entry.
Mm.
There's a drink token Ponzi scheme.
Okay. Yeah. That's exactly what that sounds like right there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll have to work that out because we don't have even a door. We have a security guy at the front door, but we don't have anyone actually any lines or anything like that. So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you might need to work out how to do that. Usually, I mean, here in Perth anyway, usually the promoter provides the door girl. So maybe what you could do, it's tricky. Like, ideally, you want the same girl all night, because if you do like, oh, could you just do an hour for free? Could you just do an hour for free? Then the girls get drunk and they fucking forget. It's a mess. It's
yeah,
not the door.
ain't gonna
It's
work.
fucked up. So you're just going to have to work
Yeah.
out the logistics. Maybe the vendor can help. Maybe they want you to do it. So,
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. I feel like I had a question and then it just escaped me. But
that's all right.
yeah.
Other than that, I think if you can do that, so do your little pep talk. The other thing I'd do as well with your, sounds cringe, but with your little pep talk, right? Write it down. Don't be reading off of it, but like most people, I'm trying very hard, at least in the last couple of months, to improve my vernacular and my oratory skills to be a better speaker. Right? And a lot of what makes people a good speaker is they have what I like to call like buckets of speech. So whenever I'm like on podcasts and things like that, I have certain buckets of speech. So if someone talks about this topic, I pull in this bucket. If someone talks about this topic, I pull in this bucket, and it stops you umming and ahhing and looking like a fucking imbecile, right? And so what you actually want to do is, before you give this little speech, kind of like jot out the dot points and do it in your head a couple of times, so that when you actually present it to them, you're not umming, you're not ahhing, you're speaking with like 100% conviction. So when they hear you and see you and listen to you, they're like, this dude's so fucking sure of this plan because he said precisely 0 times.
Mm-hmm.
So do that little pep talk in your head a couple of times before you actually deliver it.
Got it. Okay. That sounds good. Oh, I had one question. Like we have tables and they asked that we fill the tables with people, so it gives it more of a sense of like fullness. It's more of like the Subway style club. So the tables are like on only one side. And so anyways, we're kind of fresh in terms of doing bottle service and whatnot. And there's like, okay, we'll just get 5 new girls to come in and we'll give you 3 free bottles for whatever table you need. So we're like, well, okay. So I guess that fills into the promoter section where, if we're getting the promoters to put them in, do we, is it a good idea to just put them at a table with a bottle right away, or how? maybe how best to kind of utilize that bottle option.
Like with the promoters.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
what you
the
could
the club is
do.
willing to give us 3 free bottles, but it's like, how do we utilize that in a way that is
Yeah, okay,
beneficial?
so that's the deal we get. Well, look, what you could do is that 3 bottles weekly.
Yes.
Cool. Best 3 promoters for last week get bottle service next week.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Or maybe okay. Here's another good one. Best promoter next week. Sorry, best promoter last week gets bottle service next week. Get 2 bottles. Run a competition on your social media for them,
Got it. Okay.
and then it should be something like shareable. So, what channels are you guys like? What, are you guys on? What's your age demographic for this event?
Um, kind
Like
of
18.
wide right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
to be quite honest, yeah, I'd say like, as young as 21 and as old as like uh, mid 40s for some of the people coming out.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, you could do like a repost to TikTok with this thing or something like that. Just something kind of shareable.
okay.
Make sure
Okay.
most social media platforms will have some kind of fucking like policy that like Facebook, like you can't bait people into liking things. So you got to find workarounds where
Yeah.
you go thumbs up emoji this post, so it doesn't say like this post, right?
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so yeah, you could do like best promoter from last week, guest bottle service next week, and then do a competition for the other 2 on social media. Or
Okay.
actually, yeah,
Love
do
that
a
idea.
competition from, or do it. So if you got 3, do a competition from maybe one of them, and then on the night, whoever, like as you're out and about in the night, whoever looks like they've brought the most people in a group and is having the most fun, and they're not cockheads, just go up to them, go, hey man, so you've brought a lot of people here. I'm actually running this night here. We've got a spare bottle for bottle service. Do you and your friends want bottle service? Guarantee you they'll come next week. Guarantee you they'll come next week.
Mm, got it. So that's a group that's already kind of there, brought in by
Already
one of the
kind of there. You
promoters.
don't you don't know them. Maybe you know them. Maybe they're just a mutual friend, but they've clearly
Got it.
brought a bunch of people by themselves. It might be their birthday. They might just be new in town, but guarantee you just
Yeah.
walk up to them, go, "Hey, I actually run this night. I've seen that you've obviously brought a lot of friends. I hope you guys are having fun. I've got a spare bottle for bottle service. Do you guys want bottle service? Happy to give it to you free of charge. Guarantee fucking you they'll
Awesome.
come the week after. Yeah, and then hang out with them a bit
Okay.
and say like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What brought you guys here? Where else do you guys go? Don't want to know away. Guarantee you'll have a fucking great time. And they'll appreciate it and
Okay.
they'll come the next week. And the next week they come, guarantee you, they'll come up to you, they'll say, hey, blah, 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 buy me a shot or something like that.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And with the socials, I mean, like we're pretty much Instagram's kind of like the solid one. We have Facebook, but I mean,
Yeah. Facebook's
don't know
pretty
if
dead.
that's a really good. Huh?
Facebook's pretty dead. Like definitely organically
Yeah.
anyway. Like I'll run ads on it. Um,
Okay.
but as far as posting, not really. Like your major
Yeah.
ones are going to be like Instagram and Reels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Sorry, Instagram and well, yeah, Instagram Reels, and Instagram and TikTok going to be your major ones. I fucking
TikTok.
hate
Yeah.
TikTok. It's so goddamn time consuming.
That I mean, we're not even on that platform right now, and it's like, okay, here's another one to add to the list. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I hated it for ages, and then I was like, man, you work in marketing, you should probably work this out. And I was like, okay. And I got like, not to brag, but I'm bragging. I got like 10,000 followers in a month, and I was like, okay, so that's how that works. And I just deleted it and downloaded
That's hilarious.
it. Is there
Awesome,
anything else
man.
I can
Well,
help with?
listen, yeah, that answered a lot of questions. I'm obviously going to listen to this on replay
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
after a conversation. Yeah, I'm sure something will come up in the future. How can we interface if there's something that comes up? I mean, your time is obviously
Just,
valuable
just,
as
just,
well.
just,
So,
just, just DM me, bro. I'm pretty open on DMs.
okay,
I'm not a huge
okay,
YouTuber or anything like that, so I still reply to my own shit. It's cool though.
yeah,
Like
nice,
I get emails and DMs like nearly every day now, which is really cool. It's why I like it more than TikTok because
yeah,
TikTok is just doom scroll. You don't really build a connection with them. But YouTube, like
yeah.
I don't even have 900 subscribers yet, but I get like an email or a DM like 4 or 5 a week now, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like the information you give out is, I watch the videos is super useful, and I mean
Mm,
technically I could just take that and like run with it, but
yeah.
part of me was like, you know what, like I value mentorship and like
Yeah,
coaches,
same.
and Like,
Yeah, I'd
yeah,
fucking love
so
to
I
coach
invest
this.
heavily in that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So if like there's
Mm.
anything I can do to make this grow organically or with a
Yeah.
coach, I'm all about it. I'm trying to waste
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I was saying on a podcast, like my mate's podcast a couple of months ago, he was asking like, how many coaches and mentors I have, because he was telling this story where me and him had a chess game and he nearly beat me. So I got a chess coach
Yeah.
from France.
That's great.
He's like, how many coaches do you have? I'm like, fucking like 9. Like I had one that used to coach like UFC fighters and stuff like that. Well, he still does coach UFC fighters. I remember like getting to his house
Wow.
after a UFC fight. He goes, "Do you see that fight?" I think what happened was the guy fell back, and then like he was like losing, but he sprung himself off the fence and then just like Superman punched the guy. He goes, "Yeah, I taught him how the mental trick to rewire that." Um, he was on the
What?
he
That's
was on the
wild.
phone with yeah, yeah, it was really sick. But yeah, man, just DM me. I'm happy to do questions and stuff like that. And it's like if you
Okay.
same deal before. Like if in a couple of weeks or months time you just want to hop on a call again, same deal. Just send money to someone that needs it, and then let me know, and then happy to hop on.
Nah, I really appreciate that. That was really great.
Awesome, thanks, David. This recording will take a little while to process, and then I'll DM it to you
Okay.
on Instagram.
All right, Ben. Sounds good.
Easy.
Appreciate it,
See
man.
you,
Thank you
David.
so
Have a
much.
nice day. See ya.
All right, you too. Cheers.